welcome to this week's equipment class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circle or cushion, a looped band, and then 2 light weights or water bottles, and then lastly, just a foam roller or a small ball. So we'll get started off with the warm-up, the same as usual. So knees just directly below your hips. Hands are directly below your shoulders, starting off by dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front, feeling a nice stretch. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. One last time, dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And then coming back to the center, straightening out the right leg behind and the left arm in front. And then making sure not to arch the low back, small circles with the arm and leg. Try to keep the body still if you can. Keep looking down towards your mat. And lower down. Left leg, right arm. As well, make sure your leg isn't down like this or up too high. You want a nice straight line from your hip all the way down to your ankle. So once we have this, small circles. If you're finding it difficult to do the circles, just focus on holding this position. And lower down. Shifting the weight to the left side, straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Again, same thing here. Whoop. Almost fell over there. Same thing here, so make sure your right leg is in line with your hip. Once you have your balance, small circles. And lower down, shifting the weight to the right side. Left leg, left arm. Good. Once you have your balance, small circles again. And lower down. Then again, we're going to straighten out the right leg and the left arm. So opposite arm and leg. Elbow and knee in together, let the back round. Arm and leg apart, keep the back flat. So make sure you're not arching like this. So nice and flat. So round as you come in, let the abs contract. And then nice and controlled on the way out. That's 3. We'll do 5 on each side. 4, 5. Reaching out. Lower down, switch sides, left leg, right arm. Elbow, knee in together, let the back round. Arm and leg apart, back flat. For 2, really feel your abs contract as you pull in. Hold for a second, squeeze your abs, reaching out. Good, we have 2 more. In, contract, out, relax. 1 more here, squeeze nice and tight, and reaching out, and lower down. Then we'll just activate our glutes here just to get a bit more of a warm-up. So we're going to come onto our elbows. So knees are just below your hips. Then we're going to straighten out that right leg. So nice flat back again, no arching. And then we're going to do small pulses straight up and lower down. So lift up, squeeze the glutes, and lower. So only lift up as high as you can without letting the back arch. So what we don't want is this sort of arching. We just want a nice contraction, so just the leg is moving. The back should remain completely flat. Straight up, squeezing the glutes as you lift. We're going to do 10 on each side, and we're going to do 10 pulses as well. So hopefully you'll really feel the glutes activating. We'll say 3, 2, last one, hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hopefully you're feeling that gluteus maximus activating, that big glute muscle. Next one, left leg, or whichever side you didn't do, straight up and lower down. Squeeze the glutes and lower for 3, 4, 5. Good. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Protect your back here. 7, 8, 9. Last one, hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Then we're gonna bring the the toes underneath. So dig the toes in, pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up, right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right. Just really gentle shoulder taps here. If you aren't able to tap your shoulder, just try lifting the fingers up just a few inches. So one more on each side and lower. Then we'll come into a high plank. So stepping back here, body's in a nice straight line. Lifting up the right foot and the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. One more on the right, one more on the left. Rest the knees down. Knees come apart, toes together. Sit back into the heels. Forehead to the mat. Big exhale here. Crawling the fingers forward. Perfect. And then we'll come onto our backs. And we'll start off just warming up the core with some toe taps. So same as usual, starting off with that imprint. Legs up into tabletop, right foot down, and then the left foot. So nice soft taps here. And then again, reaching further. If this is sore on your back at all, really focus on that imprint. If you're finding toe taps difficult, the modification is one at a time, coming up really gently. If you're able to, though, try to float both legs up, alternating each side. And then if you can, reaching out a bit further. Shoulders are relaxed, spine's imprinted. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze both legs together, tapping both feet down and back into tabletop. Nice soft taps here. Pushing the low back into the mat. Gradually reaching further. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And resting down. Then we'll just warm up with a few bridges before we move on to the roller. So just lifting up. Really focus on that imprint. So really push the back down before you lift. And then lower vertebrae by vertebrae. Pushing back, lift. So really have that movement down before you make it harder. So it's really important just to have the basics down, because if you don't have the basics down and then you start doing harder things like on the roller with the circle or with the band, that's how you get injuries. Good, so really getting that imprint and then lift. Perfect. 2 more. Last one. Keep those hips up. Right leg into tabletop, left leg. So now we're combining our toe taps and our glute bridge. Good. Left, right, left, right. One more on the left. Keep the hips up. And one more on the right. Good. Lower down. Then we'll grab our roller and our band. So if you just have a long band, just tie a knot around the end. If you don't have a band, don't worry. Just keep doing the same movement. So still bring your knees apart and together. You won't have the same difficulty, but you can still activate the outer glute muscles. So we'll start off just with some regular bridges. So knees apart nice and wide. Hands down by your side. Imprint, lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Good, lift, and lower. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Really get that activation. 3 more. 2. Last one, keep the hips up, bring the knees apart together for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Tension in the band. Imprint and lift. And lower down, nice and controlled. Imprint, lift, and lower. If you need a bit more help here, just bring those arms down. If you want to make it even harder, we'll cross the arms. We're going to do that next, but if you want this to be a little bit more difficult, that's your option. Good. Last one, keep the hips up, right knee out to the side, left knee out to the side, right, left, just a small movement, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, one more on the right, one more on the left, and lower. To make the next one harder, we'll grab the weights in each hand, lift them straight up. Shoulders pulled back. Tension in the band. Imprint and lift. And lower. Lift, squeeze the glutes. Hopefully you're feeling the glutes now. Waking up a bit. Imprint and lift. And lower. Lift. Good. Keep pulling the shoulders back. We have 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Keep the hips up. Right arm goes out to the side and the left arm. So just bringing in a bit of chest now into this. And this can throw off your balance as well as the weight goes to the side. It just changes your center of gravity. So it makes it a little bit more challenging to balance here. Good. Left and right. One more on the left, and one more on the right. Good, and resting down. We'll put the weights to the side for now, and we'll move the roller out of the way. Good. And then we'll imprint the spine, bring the legs in the tabletop, pull the legs apart nice and wide, and back together. Apart, together. Sorry, it's hard to see this band. It's the same color as my leggings. What are the chances? Apart, together, apart, together, apart, together. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back together and rest the legs down. Then we'll straighten up that right leg. Now, if you want to make it harder, lift the hips up. If you want to make it easier, keep the hips down. If your hips are down, your left leg should be completely still. So make sure it's not wiggling or twisting to the side or anything. So really watch that left leg and make sure that the hips stay pressed down. So imprint, lift up if you want to make it harder. Right leg out to the side together, out to the side together for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend that leg, rest the hips down if you had them up. Next up, left leg. Bit of tension. Imprint if you want, lift the hips up. Otherwise, keep them down. Leg out to the side together for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest the hips down, bend the left leg. Next, we'll imprint the spine, legs into tabletop, band around the ankles, legs apart and back together. Apart, together, apart, together, apart, together. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten the legs up, twist the feet out, apart and together, apart, together. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can. If you need to, keep a slight bend in your knee like me. If your hamstrings are really tight, it's okay if it looks like this, just as long as your knees are above your hips. So what we don't want is we don't want this. We want the knees just above the hip. So if you can straighten your legs, that's great. If you can't, that's okay as well. For 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest the feet. Then we'll straighten the legs out. We'll just do some exercises for the hip flexors. So a bit of tension here. Imprint as best you can. Lift that right leg straight up and lower. Lift and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good, and then we'll do 10 on the left side. So left leg up and lower. So it's okay if there's a little bit of a gap here. So you might not be fully imprinted, but do try to activate your core by pushing your belly button down towards your spine. Good, we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. If this is painful with the band at all, just do no band. As well, if you have like a clicking or a cracking sensation in your hip, that's really common. It's just if the muscle's tight, if the hip flexor's tight, sometimes it can kind of flick against another muscle. So don't worry about that. If it's painful, stop. But if it's just the sound or the sensation, that's okay. So we're going to drive that right knee up. So the band is around our ankle now. Sorry, around our foot, around our midfoot. Good. Driving that knee up and controlling on the way down. As well, it's handy to put your hands on your hips just to make sure they're not moving anywhere. So driving that knee up. Try to get the knee to hip height if you can. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Left leg straight up and lower down. Good for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Perfect. Then we'll put the band to the side and we'll grab the circle. So either a circle or a cushion or even a rolled up jumper will work as well, or a small ball. So loads of options here. So we'll start off just with some gentle activation of the adductors. So spine's imprinted, knees are bent, circle just above the knees. We're going to squeeze the circle nice and tight and gently relax. And squeeze and relax for 3, 4, try to keep your shoulders relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the circle squeezed. Bring that right leg out to the side, left leg out to the side. Right leg, left leg. Alternating each side. Left, right, left. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. And grab the circle. Then we'll get the roller again. Or don't worry, if you could just keep the feet down on the mat as well. So it's whatever you choose here. So loads of options. Circle above the knees. I'm going to start with the elbows on the mat, but if you want, you can start with the hands down here. So imprint, squeeze the circle nice and tight, lifting up and then lowering down. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Lift, keep that circle squeezed. Lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. 2 more. Last one, keep the hips up, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Cross the arms across the chest, or if you have the arms down, then rest the elbows on the mat. So whichever you choose here. And squeeze the circle nice and tight. Shoulders are relaxed. Imprint, lifting up, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. 5 more. keep the hips up, right knee out to the side, left knee out to the side, right, left, right, left. Keep the hips up nice and high, right, left, right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left, and lower down. Then we'll move the roller out of the way, keeping the circle for the next few. Imprint, legs to tabletop. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Chin to the chest, rolling forward. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the circle squeezed. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, into 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, into 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Resting the head down. Circle to the side. Just for a second. We'll do a few more with the circle. Perfect. Legs to tabletop, circle between the ankles. Squeeze nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Legs up, squeeze and relax. Good. Shoulders relaxed, spines imprinted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the circle squeezed. Lower the legs and lift. Lower and lift. Remember, the further you lower down, the harder it is, as long as your spine's imprinted. Good. 2 more. Last one. And bend the knees. Put the circle to the side. Then we'll grab a light weight in each hand. Squeeze the legs together, reaching the arms back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders pinched. Slowly rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Pinch the shoulder blades back, try to activate those postural muscles. Reaching back, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And remember, the modified roll-up is halfway and back. So if you have any sciatica or disc pain in your low back, it's good to do the modified one unless you're pain-free doing the regular roll-ups. Good if you want to make it harder, reaching up. And slowly rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Reaching up. And rolling down. And reaching up. Good, we have 2 more. And last one. Rolling up. And lower. Perfect, and we'll just do a few into boat pose as well. So legs to tabletop, squeeze the legs together, reach the arms back. Rolling up, balancing here. Keep the knees together. Rolling down, reach back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And rolling down. Reaching up. And rolling down. Next one, we're going to hold boat pose. We're going to straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rolling down. You can rest the feet for a second. We're going to do 2 more. Legs to tabletop, squeeze the legs together, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, tap the right foot down and the left foot. Right, left, right, left. Nice soft taps here, shoulders pinched. Good, hopefully you're really feeling this in the core, drawing your belly button in towards your spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling down. Rest your feet down. Last one here. We're going to go into a Russian twist. So we'll just switch to one weight. So hold on one weight between the two hands. Legs to tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Tap to the right, tapping to the left. Remember, keep that weight close to your body. If you don't want to be out here swinging like this, you want the arms really close to your body, tapping each side of the mat. Or if you can't tap the mat, just go in that general direction. If you need to, rest those feet down, make it a bit easier. If you want to make it harder, feet up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging the knees in, rolling back. Side to side, just rocking back and forth. Giving your low back a nice little massage. Good. And then we will come onto our side. So if you want to make we're just going to do a few on our side. We won't do too many. So if you want to make it harder, holding a weight in the top arm, I'm going to bend the bottom knee. So you should be in a straight line here, elbow under your shoulder. Make sure you're not out like this. So you want directly under your shoulder. Even a little bit in is better than coming out like this. So elbow under the shoulder. We're going to lift the hips up and lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift the top leg for 1, 2. You can go down on your side as well if you want to, just to make it easier. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arm and leg apart, in together, and apart, together, and apart. Really reaching apart, crunching in together, reaching apart. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Lower down. And we're going to switch to the other side. See, not too many today. So if you're able to try them up on your elbow, do try, because there's only just 3. So it's not too bad. Bending the bottom knee, elbow under the shoulder, arm up, lifting those hips up, and lowering for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top leg up and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arm and leg apart. In together. Reaching apart. In together. Reaching apart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. Then we'll come onto our back to stretch out the legs. So, holding that right knee into your chest, pulling it in nice and tight. And then right arm out to the side, pulling that knee across into a spinal twist. Trying to keep that right shoulder down as you twist across. Back to the center, right leg out, hug the left knee in. Left arm out to the side. And left leg across. Back to the center, bending both knees, right ankle over the left knee, grab behind the left thigh, pull the knee into your chest, shoulders are relaxed. And switching over, left ankle over the right knee, grab behind the right thigh, pulling the knee into your chest. straightening up that right leg, stretching out the hamstring on the right side. And then chin to the chest, rolling forward, stretching out the sciatic nerve, so bending and straightening the ankle. Good, and bend the right leg, grab behind the left. Try to keep that right leg bent just to take pressure off the low back. Chin to the chest, rolling forward, bending and straightening the ankle. And then bend the left leg. And then we'll finish off with stretching the adductor muscles. So those are the inner thigh ones here that we use when we squeeze the circle or the cushion. So we're just gonna bring the soles of the feet together. I call this butterfly stretch. So just because it's like a butterfly. So soles of the feet together. Use your elbows to gently push your knees down towards the mat. And you should feel a nice stretch just in that inner thigh area into the groin. Good, so just gently pushing down. And then coming back to the center, and we'll finish with that.